Okay. Um, Thank you for having me back again. Like I never went before. So, so I'm here to talk about the second topic I'll be sharing with you guys today, which is psychology of UI and UX designing. So this has a very vital role, very one big one in the development industry too. So the UI, probably maybe you've not heard it before, but the UI, which stands for user interface, is the graphical layout of an application, which consists of the buttons user click on, the text they read, the images, the slider, text entry fields, and all the rest of the items the user interacts with. This includes the screen layout, transition, interface, animation, and every single micro interaction. Any sort of the visual element, interaction, or animation must all be designed. So that's what the UI is. Now, when talking about the UX, it stands for the user experience, which is determined by how users interact with the app. So the other one is the graphical representation, and the other one is the the graphical interaction, and the other one is has to do with the interaction with how the users will do the app. Use the app. So let me put my lights on. Okay, let me come in. I'm back. Okay, so I've been able to explain, I've defined what the UI is and what the UX is. So this both has is really necessary in app development. So the UX considers or looks more into how the app should, how you need to interact with the app. When clicking on this button, what happens? When clicking in the other button, what happens? What happens when the user logs in? What happens when the user logs out? So this is what the UX designer does, unlike the UI, which designs the whole look, graphical representation of how the app is going to look like. So, um, psychology plays a very big part in a user experience and user interface. For understanding how our designs are perceived, we can make adjustments so that the apps we create will be more effective in achieving the goals of the user. Now, I don't know if the effect of the isolation effect, which is we all know, probably many people usually call the von Restov effect, which predicts that when multiple similar objects are present, the one that differs from the rest is most likely to be remembered. So if we take a look at this scenario, if we have 99 black books, and in these black books, these black books actually have different names. These black books actually have different names, and We have one particular one which is white, one particular one which is white. If I ask you to go check these books, get their names, and get their names. Yeah, okay, it's better. So because of the other book, it's white. I feel you and I know that that's the one you could actually get the name easily because of the different color of the book and what it's unique from the rest. So that's what we are trying to get or say in this the isolation effect. So you then designing whatsoever in your UI design has so many things that comes handy. Now we are looking at the serial position effect, which plays role. So which is this is the propensity of a user to best remember the first and last item in a series. If I give you a list of 20 books or 20 names and I say you should call the names in this list, memorize it and call after 2 days, you and I know that the first that you might be able to remember are the ones in the first five or the first three and the last two or the last three. So I'm getting somewhere. So we still have the cognitive load, which refers to the total amount of mental effort being used in a person's working memory. So these are roles that have this all these have a very vital role to play in the psychology of the UI and UX. Because when designing your app, when designing your digital products, you're looking at how people consider, how people view this. What makes people to do this instead of doing that? What makes people to do that instead of doing the other thing? What makes people think do this instead of doing the other thing? So that's what we are actually looking at here, which has so many things that need to be considered if we can actually get it right. So here I wrote down a few things that we can do to get this right and make people start coming to whatsoever we are building. So number one in the psychology of UI UX is keep the design distraction free. So according to the theory of cognitive fluency that I just said now, a person is more likely to prefer a simpler task that requires less strain over a complex task. We all can agree to this. That requires more mental processing. So our brain battles with chaos. The principle of minimalistic design ensures that your website appears to be free of distracting elements. Organizing the content of the website in a viewer-friendly manner ensures that visitors to your website can easily navigate through without feeling overwhelmed by chaotic information bombarded at them. So if your website is designed to sell shoes, it should be for shoes, not coming to your website and we are saying other things that will distract people from not buying from you. So that's what we mean when I say that's what I mean when I say keep the design distraction free. So it should be in a way that people should be looking out for shoes. So when I look left and I look right, I probably might be seeing advert of different shoes that I might just like and click on and want to pay for it. Otherwise, my website is for shoes and I'm seeing other things which I know I'm not selling. I'm seeing advert of other wares. I'm seeing advert of electronics, laptops, which I know I don't sell. So it's actually distracting people from achieving their goals. The reason why they're coming to the website. So every advert, every ad impression you want to create there should be achieving should be working towards the same goal, the same goal with whatsoever your website is all about. So now here you limit, the second one is limiting the number of choices. Hicks law states that the time taken for an individual to make a decision is directly proportional to the number of possible choices available. So the human brain goes for a toast when it encounters choice abundance. When offered excessive choice, it ends up getting overwhelmed and decision paralysis occurs, which hinders decision making capacity. So if I give you a list of 5 different foods to pick from, which one, okay, assuming I have a restaurant and I have someone who comes to my restaurant to get eat, and I'm giving him or her a menu which has about 100 lists to pick from, and I have another client and I'm giving that person probably a menu that has 5 lists of food to choose from. You and I know that the person that's going to pick faster and give to me for me to serve him or her is the second person. So that is what happens here. So you have to limit the choices, number of choices visitors coming to your website during. In research study, probably known as the paradox of choices, a higher number of choices increases the number of visitors, but the actual conversion or buy decision remains slow. So your site might be having conversion, might having traffic. People are probably might be coming to your website, having traffic every day, having up to 1,000, 2,000 people visiting your website. But the actual question is, are they buying? Are you getting conversions? Are these people actually patronizing you? Are they your clients? Are they your customers? So these are the questions you really need to ask. On the other hand, when the number of options available are less, the number of people stopping by reduces, but the actual conversions take place increases. We have to have a clear, doable call to action and make sure that areas where you provide options to your visitors, for example, the checkout page or the pricing page, have limited choices available. Yeah, this is a very big one. It's a very big one. Also, you create the third one is creating a sense of urgency. Remember, we're talking about the psychology of UI UX. So it creates a sense of urgency. Urgent situations compel us to take actions. Yeah, urgent situations compel us to take actions. Urgency also evokes aversion to loss, probably known as the fear of missing out. You have to do it because if you don't do it now, have you been to a program or have you been to your website that they're advertising a book, and you know this book you need to really buy it, and you just have like 3 hours. If you don't buy this book now, you are missing. Maybe after the 3 hours, it's going to skyrocket. The price will be doubled or tripled. That's an urgency. So you have to really do what you have to do to buy the book now, because if you don't get this book, which is vital to whatsoever you want to do, it's going to teach you a whole lot. If you don't get the book now, the next time you're coming back to that site, you might buy it twice of the actual money you're supposed to pay today. So that is what we mean by creating a sense of urgency. Showing a scarcity works well for creating a sense of urgency in the visitors at your website. Lead them on the path of least resistance. You have to lead them on the path of least resistance. The website design needs to be intuitive and easily navigable. This can be done by ensuring that the website design and placement of the different elements follows the law of past experiences. Our previous experiences influence our interpretation of our current experiences, and any distraction from known experiences hinder the visitor's attention. A user's natural behavior while browsing any website is to read the content on the screen. Placing the content of the website along the top and left border of your website has a maximum chance of capturing attention. Placing the important elements along the F gives the visitor a path of least resistance and guides them through your website. So most times you see adverts, or you see well, in an article, you see the recent articles are always at the right side of the uh, web page, because it makes it they have this psychologically, it has high tendency of visitors looking at that particular or clicking any of those recent um, um, articles than you placing them at the bottom. Because for someone who is reading an article, before he or she gets to that bottom, he needs to scroll. But 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 you keeping it at the recent you keeping it at the recent or at the left side of the page makes it easier for this person or your visitor to actually click on any. So you have to leverage on human emotions. Effective use of relevant images creates emotional resonance with visitors, helping them to resonate with your brand. Humans are continually on the lookout for other humans on a subconscious level. Make use of human imagery not only to leverage human emotions, but also to direct a visitor's attention where you want it. For example, if you have an image in which a person is looking in the direction of your CTA button, which is call to action button, the visitor's attention would automatically get directed there as they follow the gaze of the person in the image subconsciously. Yeah, it works. It works. So having happy faces on your website increases or creates emotional resonance with your brand and helps visitor connect as well. When people are happy, you have images of people that are happy on your website. It's going to help you get customers and get conversion of what you are doing, no matter what you're selling your website. Otherwise, I'm bringing somebody that is not smiling. How it's going to be if you're not bringing somebody that is happy. So all this helps in getting conversion for your website, which is the reason for what we are doing. So there's no single formula to ensure a successful website design that brings in conversions for your business. Using the power of psychology to understand and leverage human emotion is a great tool for bringing in conversions. So with the list of those, with the list and the points that I actually outlined, these are vital points we really need to look in or look into if we want to get people coming to our website over and over again. We know that the UI and the UX have a major role to play. So when you are designing your website, when you are designing your app, when you are designing your digital products, you have to really, really, really look into these points because if you neglect them, it's going to affect your brand. It's going to affect your website. It's going to affect your app. So psychologically, humans operate and deal with products, digital products, in a very high emotional level. So when we understand this and still will look into it in this way, we see that definitely we're going to get what we want. So the next topic I'll be going into is how how your website helps you in your business. It's a very good topic that everybody who is into business should listen to. So in a very short time, I'll be coming to talk about that one. So don't touch that dial. Tada, we're back online. He said, I told you I will be coming back again, and we are back. Okay, I'm back actually, and yeah. So the topic today, the last topic for today, is how website can help grow our business. Uh, your website is a powerful marketing tool. Yeah, a well-maintained website can help you gain a competitive advantage in your industry and improve your business image. Developing your website offers many benefits, including the helping you get more leads and prospects, increase sales, enhance your professional brand, and improve your customer service. So, benefit of websites to small businesses or big businesses. Number one is 24/7 online presence. 24/7 online presence. Having a website means customers are always able to find you anytime, anywhere, even outside of business hours. Your website continues to find and secure new customers. You mustn't be there with your website. It offers you the user convenience as they can access the information they need in the comfort of their own home with no added pressure to buy. Plus, as most companies nowadays have their own website, there is every chance you could be losing customers to your competitors by staying offline. Yes, it's true you have a business which is running, but the question here is, do you stay 24/7? Do you work after 9 p.m.? Do you stay, can people access you after 9 p.m.? Can people call your office and someone will pick up and attend to a client by 11 p.m.? Do you work on Sundays? Do you work on Saturdays? The answer probably might be no, depending on the kind of business you do. But having a website gives you online presence 24/7. That means 7 days, 24 hours in 7 days. That means for those 24 hours for that 7 days, your website is currently online. That means if someone would want to ask a question, get to you, all they need to do is probably find you, send a mail to you using your contact form on your website, and it goes across to you, and you can answer, give them any feedback you think they feel they need to get. So it's very very important too, because every business that needs to be successful in this 21st century needs it. So it improves your advertising effectiveness. Placing your website address on all your promotional material will help you gain additional exposure and encourage the visitors to first check your site for the information they are seeking. Yeah, you can place your website on your Instagram, you can place your website on your Twitter handle, you can place your website link on your Facebook, you can put your website on your um, complimentary card and so on and so forth, your banner. And people who likes and want to know more about you can actually do this online. And doing adverts, you know how it is. You don't really need to start looking for the owner, and you just have to just click poof, and it goes to your website. And that's how easy it is. It also saves money on printing and distribution costs. These days, in this 21st century, where information is at the snap of the finger, um, printing is not really as vital or as it used to be those days. Before you could print about 1,000, 2,000 banners to send across to 2,000 people. An effective online campaign, online advert is going to go a long way, and is going to be more effective than whatsoever you're going to do under your print or on your banner. So this is a point or a tool we have to leverage, and we have to really work with to get the most of what we want to do, most of the clients we want to get, the most of the customers we want them to patronize us. It helps you save money on printing. Instead of you printing banner, printing the ad, whatever you want to print, just use it to run adverts, and you see people coming into your website, and that's so many of it. It's, it gives you easy access to new customers. You can have your existing customers refer you to their friends and relatives. using only your web address or URL. You don't need people to snap the banner, start sending, just your web your URL, and they're good to go. Once they click and they're on your website, they can see so many things they really want to know about you, from the homepage, from the about us to services to contact us. They're getting information about you. There's a call to action, a button there for them to do whatsoever. Once they click, you can actually call, dial the number on their phone. You can pop out a form where they can fill their information and you get back to them and ask. So it gives us room for wider um, opportunity than whatsoever we want to do. It makes it easier and more effective for us. And it's easy to use and update. If maintained properly, your website will always be up to date and current. Easily makes updates, edits, and deletions from any computer on the internet. No more having to pay someone to sit there to manage or do whatever, because it's easy. It's something you can just do from your own company, your home, and you're getting whatsoever you want to get to the website. You're getting it to the world. You're editing. It improves productivity. A website increases your company's productivity, product or service details to customers, because all this information is available 24 hours a day on your website. So what do I need to say? Can I get your phone number? Can I get this? Can I get that? As long as your website is running, all they need to do is just go to your website and they can get the history about the history about your company, the history about your business, the contact information, the testimonial of worked for, what they've said about your company, how authentic it is, and how genuine it is. So it gives you wider room. It gives you room for wider um, educate your customers. Your website can offer free advice services. This information can be delivered in a well thought out and consistent way any time of the day or night. Yeah, this is where blog comes in. Blog has a very vital role to play on websites. So you can actually edit or update your websites, adding few blogs. So people that visit your website frequently, your customers and people that want to work with you, partner with you, can teach them a whole lot about your product, about your services, and that makes them to know that you are more of a professional than they think you are, because you are teaching them what they don't know. It expands your market. The internet allows businesses to break through the geographical barriers and become accessible from anywhere in the world. By a potential customer that has an internet connection, selling products online is cheaper and easier for you and your customers. That means you're going worldwide. Your business can have just one branch here in Nigeria, and your website is speaking and is doing everything for you there in Japan, China, America. Because you can you can even sell products to people very far. You ship it to them if you are into the product selling. And people from far, you can work with them once they come to your website. They are seeing what they need to see, they are seeing every information they need to see, and they are contacting you and doing business with you. It extends your local reach of your brick and mortar store to customers around the world. Yes, it's 24/7. That's 24/7, 365 days in a year, with all the information the visitor needs to make an informed decision. It promotes and sells products and services. Provide photos and detailed description of your product or services. Explain why your product or services are superior to your competitors. Show visitors how your product or services can help them in their personal or professional life. That's huge. That's what you and you and your staffs might not be able to do in a day or in 2 days, but just having a website online explains so much to anybody that wants to do business with you, giving them an informed uh, uh, informed platform for them to make a very good decision about what they want to do with you. So promote also promotes your, it helps you to promote yourself when customers are and potential customers are out and about, they will still be able to find you via their phone. Your phone number, address, and food selection can be made available from your website or mobile friendly site. When you change your location, it's you having a website. Having a website gives you an easier route for you to change the location. You don't have to call all your clients that tell yes, so I've changed my location. No. So all you need to do is just go to your website and update it to your new location. And the more they come to the website, the more they're seeing your new location and the more they're contacting you, even your contact address. So it has a very important role to play in businesses today. It's a great tool for finding new employees. You can post job opportunities for your available positions, and applicants can investigate your company and apply. So people can come to your website and say, you're telling them that you need so position, so skilled, profession to work with you in your organization. So all they need to is just to contact you and see how it goes from there. It helps you set up email addresses. You can set up a personalized email address for the company, yourself, and your employees. If you set up a system to accept emails on your site, you can then email updates, notices, sales, and holiday store hours to your customers at any time. To provide you with a two-way communication, customers can quickly and easily contact you, give feedback on your product, or ask about product availability at a go. Okay, it also builds your reputation. It builds your reputation. Become or remain the expert by demonstrating knowledge and expertise in your area of work. That's why I talked about writing having blog, which you post frequently, and articles on your site that educates visitors and help them understand your business and offerings. Make them know that you're a pro, make them know you're better at what you do. And it also improves customer services. That means information requests can be processed immediately via online forms and autoresponders automatically day or night. So with looking at all these few points I've made here, you see that website has a very vital role to play in every business that wants to stand out today. I want to stand out in this 21st century. So no matter how small your business is, no matter how small your brand is, you really need to um, have a website for it. With this, you can reach out to more people, more potential clients, more potential customers. More people can actually see your brand and be want to partner with you after going to your to after reading or knowing so much about your brand. Um, so I will urge every business that is still in that aspect of growing. Every most businesses these days are growing. Even Apple is today that they are growing. So many businesses are growing. So I would urge every one of us who have a business that want to take it over to the world, want to make it, want to go out from the local to the global, want our businesses to be international. So first and foremost, look into having a website because it goes a long way from there. So I think I've made so many points and I've said so many things today, and it's not just in the saying. The the blessings come in the doing. So we always have to do because action speaks louder. So as I've said this, I believe that we all have gotten one or two things we want to improve on or look into to help us become better at what we do. So I urge every one of us to take a very deep look into this and know how to do this and use most of all the points and the keys I've laid down today to make our business stand out. Thank you for having me here today. Thank you for listening. I still remain Viva Victor, a professional web developer. Thanks. Hello, guys. All right. Victor has enlightened us more and taught us as business owners and individuals on what's needed for us to have a good uh, internet business, right? So this means you need a website, you need to do the following things which is said to get your website and business running on websites, even without you being there, So, guys, right now, if you're watching this after this program or during this program, we still have more coming. We're talking about branding, lead generation tomorrow, and also graphic design for tech enthusiasts. And right here is Justice Wosu, your host. And this program is brought to you by Hurricane Digital Agency. We love you. You can always follow us on at Hurricane_DA on Instagram and Hurricane Digital Agency on Facebook. And also follow Viva Victor, and also Viva Exclusive, Viva X on Instagram also. Thank you very much and have a nice day. We love you.